Hi guys. We are going to wait for a few more people. Roy, are you listening? We're going to give everybody a few minutes. We're doing a live talk today at 3 o'clock, so we're going to wait for some of our joiners to join us for the live video. Roy, are you there? Roy. Casey. Karen. Let's give us all a few more minutes. Roy, you're there. Woo. Let's invite more people. Roy, can you hear me? Roy, if you can hear me, can you type in the browser on the screen? Okay, great. Yay! We're gonna wait a few more minutes and hopefully some of our other friends can join us. Let's see. Okay guys, we're gonna wait a few more minutes. So Roy, do you wanna tell me how you're doing on your bike ride while we're waiting for everyone? Hi guys. Ooh, it's almost Thanksgiving. So today guys, we're gonna talk a little bit about preventative issues because tomorrow is Thanksgiving. And I know most of you guys are gonna eat a lot. I myself, I'm pretty much macrobiotic, which basically means no gluten, no soy, no dairy, and I have a very minimal list of foods that I eat to maintain. But with that being said, everything that I talk about, whether it's hair restoration, breast implant illness, riding my bike, it's all in moderation, right? Because moderation is key. And most people out there need to actually start simple before they can emerge into a butterfly, right? So Roy, you says sometimes joint discomfort on bike, some days not. Okay, so the reason why you're having joint discomfort, I'm going to say, is the weight. So what happens is our knees, which is our knee here because we have our patella, we have our IT band that goes down the side, we have our femur, okay, and then we have what's called meniscus underneath the kneecap. And I know this because I've had massive knee reconstruction a long time ago. So when we have all of this weight, it's pushing down on the top of our kneecap, and that's why you're having joint discomfort. Also, when we hit the age of about 40, we're like this. We're balanced, most of us, right? But as we age, we tip the seesaw. And I'm using verbiage that I was given a long time ago from one of our chemists who actually helped create the line I'm talking about back there, which is Univera. So when I talk to you guys about restoring my hair, a lot of the things I do is inside, right? So I can't make all of this like magically come back if my insides aren't working at optimal level. With that being said, I lost a kidney 4 years ago, and now I'm extremely 100% food is medicine. And I am telling you guys, as I am sitting here today doing this video, I will be 50 in a few months, and I'm still alive because of the things that I implement. With that being said, 33 years of doing hair extensions and hair restoration, everything that I've implemented in this whole entire wellness salon is utilizing holistic products, internal repair, external repair, long-term anti-aging. Because as we age, inflammation increases, joint pain, inflammation. So there's some simple things that we can implement. And I'm gonna talk about one thing that I really want all of you guys to get started on. And as I said before, for me, this isn't about money, it's about repairing your quality of life and having you guys be able to do the things that you wanna do while you're still on this planet and not have any discomfort, not have joint pain, not have stomach issues, not have psoriasis, not have migraines, not have infections. So everything that I talk about is reducing inflammation, reducing infection, right? And increasing cellular energy at the mitochondria level. We talk about this a lot. The mitochondria, which is a cell, is the biggest cell that's being reproduced, right? As we're doing things daily, our mitochondria replaces 300 billion cells a day. However, when we start to age, those cells go down, and we need to kickstart to get into that cell to increase our cellular energy at the DNA level so we can reduce damage to our DNA, right? So the main thing we're going to talk about, guys, and this is something that I don't normally talk on videos about, but we're going to today. So if you guys notice, the whole thing about Hair Doc TK is, if you guys see over here, you guys see this, right? This is an aloe plant. This is not marijuana. However, that would not be a bad thing, because actually we're finding studies that CBC is also helping. So this guy right here is an aloe plant, same as that guy. So did you guys see my plant back there? Let's see. You guys see the plant right here, this plant? You guys can see that, right? So pretty much my whole entire business is around aloe, right? Which is number one, collagen synthesis, hair, skin, nails. So the whole reason why I'm doing the video, because we're going to talk about one thing today, and just one thing. And if at the end of the video I can inspire one of you guys, I will help you get set up on this, and it's extremely minimal purchase to get this system going. So what we're going to talk about right now, aloe. This is what we're talking about, aloe. As you see, right? Hair.tk, recreating lives one strand at a time. It starts in the gut. So the whole reason for this video today is about Thanksgiving, because tomorrow you guys are going to eat and you're going to feel like poop and you're going to want to know how you can fix your GI. This is how. And this is extremely minimal cost, and it will, and I promise you, help your gut. Because remember this, guys. We've been talking about this for a long time on videos, and our gut is actually our second brain, right? So when you guys say, I feel it in my gut, this isn't right, you're not making up a story. This isn't like something you just pulled out of thin air. It's actually the facts that our guts sends GABAs to our brain And that's how we cross-reference. That's why when we make decisions, we sometimes say it starts in the gut. So if your stomach hurts, it won't anymore with this. I'm not going to go into a big spiel about this and why it's so important to have quality control, because some of the products that you find out there are not going to be the same. This is going to help your GI. It's simulating the probiotics deal, right? And then we also can do something which is called digestive enzymes, which you see here. If we were to implement these two together, our GI can start producing the flora essential, right, to help move that food through our colon. Because you know our food has to do a process through the teeth, it's grinding, right? If we're not chewing our food, say 20 to 30 times, we're having a hard time breaking down the cell. The cell is about like this and it has a hard wall around it. When we chew, we start breaking down that cell, and that's how some of us can actually absorb cruciferous vegetables, cauliflower, broccoli, Brussels sprouts, green beans, fiber. Some people have a reaction to those types of food that are fermented, right? Well, if you have that issue and you take these two things with your food and you chew your food slowly, you can break down the wall of that food and you will absorb the nutrients that your body was designed to do. The reason why we have a lot of issues with our gut bacteria is about three things: antibiotics, antibiotics, antibiotics. Those disrupt the flora in the GI. And then you can start adding in gluten, dairy, processed foods, acidic foods, hypothetically a lot of caffeine, alcohol. Adding all of that is adding more triggers to the GI, and that's making our stomach hurt. And I know this because of this reason. I'm going to tell you why. After I had my kidney removed from renal cell carcinoma, I still felt like shit. Nobody helped me. My oncologist and my urologist had no idea what was happening. So TK, research, and I started joining on board with as many chemists, naturopaths, and holistic healers that I could to find out what the issue was. Hence for how I actually came about this group, right? So what happened was, after my kidney was removed, I was having bloating for about a year. It's called SIBO, small intestinal bacterial overgrowth. It is bad. And actually some of the foods that I was eating was actually increasing the inflammation in my lower GI because of all the antibiotics, all the anesthesia, all of the unnatural things that were going through my body. So when I start to turn it around, my stomach went to being 8 months bloated, pregnant, that I look pregnant, to flat washboard abs, okay? That didn't just happen like this, rocket science. I had to implement things to do that. Roy, do you have some questions that you want to type in the browser there before we continue? So I want to make sure, guys, when we talk about the gut bacteria, it starts number 1 in our guts. And that's why I'm a hair expert, because 89% of hair loss that's stemming from scalp issues is GI related. Period. End of the story. The other 12% that have significant alopecia or hair loss is actually clogged inflammation on the scalp. And I can help with that too. And a lot of us don't know about it because the technology now that we're becoming to have enables us to go further research and further scalp treatments underneath the dermis, right? Roy, you said, is that an aloe gel or what? No, what we're talking about. So what I talk a lot about is aloe, right? And I'm talking about aloe a lot, as you see back there in my room. If you guys see that sign, it says extensions, education, and lifestyle. And because I've done extensions for 33 years, 94% of my clients have hair loss, health decline, joint pain, inflammation, chronic fatigue, the list goes on. So I started going, what's happening here? Why all these people that are getting hair extensions seem to have some type of other issue going on side, right? Bingo. So you guys know I did a TED Talk a few months ago about this, and I have a book coming out called A Toxic Tale for the Follically Challenged, because I'm going to help every one of you. If I can't help you through my business, New Dimension Extensions, I'm going to help you guys through my charity at Super HairLoss. So aloe, this is internal. We drink it and we feel amazing. And it's a very simple thing to do. You will feel significantly better, and your inflammation and your bloating will start to diminish. This is aloe gel in the raw. So to answer your question, Roy, this is for my hair. So this stuff, guys, I utilize, and I use this on my scalp. As we all know, this has been around for centuries and centuries. Plants are amazing what they're doing to help repair people's psoriasis, chronic fatigue, stomach GI, scalp burns. Aloe is the healing agent. I said collagen synthesis, the #1 plant in the world, hair, skin, nails. So you take these two puppies together. This is on our skin, on our hair. This puppy, we drink it. So what I'm trying to talk to you guys about is I have personally done the research for everyone, and I have made it my mission to help all of my clients, my consumers, my family, and of course myself, because I need to stay alive so I can keep talking to you guys. So the things that I do here at my wellness salon are because I've implemented them on me, and I've case studied on myself. My hair products, my scalp treatment, my skin treatments, my internal supplements, my extensions, and my workout. Everything that I've done, I've tried personally for the last 3 decades. I've started incorporating this over the last decade, and thank the Lord, hallelujah, I'm still here to talk to you guys. So I want you guys to ask me some questions. Roy, do you have any more questions? I see, Roy, you're typing in there about... Roy, do you have any other questions? Because really with these videos, guys, the whole purpose of me doing this video is so I can get feedback and so you guys can ask me questions. It's like quiz the teacher, right? And we'll pan around a little bit the salon. I may take you guys back in that room where we do a little bit of the assessment, and we can actually truly assess scalp and skin and tell you exactly what you're lacking. No questions? Really? You have no questions? No questions? Are you sure? So Roy, I want to know, if you don't have any questions for me, I'm going to ask you a trick question, because we talked about this before. Roy, can you hear me? Hi, Vicki. Roy, can you hear me? So Roy is my friend from Yuma. I'm going to let him type a little bit, if he can type in there. And I am actually trying to motivate him to working out a little bit. He recently had retired. He was my friend for years when I lived in Yuma, Arizona. And back in the day, I was a stunt double. I've done a lot of physical activity, and Roy will tell you that. I've been in quite a few movies as a stunt double and a stand-in, and a couple other things. And I wanted Roy to get back to where he could feel a little bit better. And I started doing live videos riding my bike. We're going to show you a quick picture of my bike. So this is my bike, guys. And as you see, this is like my charity wall. Some of my celebrity people over here. And when we kind of talk about things, we really talk about a lot of this stuff. So we talk about trichology, which is actually the science of studying hair, right? Mania, learning, assessing. Hair extensions is my main thing. Hair restoration, color correction, hair health. And then of course our cell renewal, right? But when we're talking before Roy, this is the whole reason I tried to get Roy a little bit motivated, because that's my new baby. Her name is Green Flash, but I couldn't do her if I didn't supplement the stuff that I'm doing. So when I'm always doing my videos, guys, and we're talking about hair health, hair restoration, it's because I had hair loss. And when I lost my hair at the age of 17, you will hear this in my TED Talk, I was actually misdiagnosed. Do you believe that? So at the age of 17, 18, I lost my hair when I was in high school. And I was diagnosed with having lupus, which is a severe autoimmune disorder that attacks your kidneys mostly and severe joints. Finding out, fast forwarding to I'm almost 50, so you say 30 years or so later, I never had lupus. I had Epstein-Barr virus and chronic fatigue syndrome. Totally different situation. However, back then, I was given prednisone. And we talk about this a lot at my TED Talk. That prednisone destroyed my hair, my GI, my joints, my teeth. Horrible. Prednisone is the #1 steroid that people are getting still to this day. And had they only know what they knew before, that there's a lot of other things we can implement that might help the situation. Turmeric is an anti-inflammatory. So not that I get sidetracked, but because of all that issue with all of that happened to me at 17, I had to find a way to repair my quality of life, because I am an adamant cyclist. I taught spin for 12 years. I've done stunt work. I taught Pilates for 12 years. And I am an adamant fitness activist. I work out all the time. In order to be fit, I have to make sure internally my GI and my bones and my joints are strong, right? So all of this stuff doesn't just magically happen because I'm riding my bicycle or I'm eating a salad. Because I'm 50 years old, I have to kick it up and I have to make sure I can increase my core temperature, right? When I do that, I reduce infection, I reduce inflammation, I reduce joint pain. Then I add bonus to my aloe and my enzymes for my gut health, right, as we say. And then I can actually do more with my fitness workout. And the foods that I can eat without as much issues when I do decide I want to have a cheat day. My cheat day still is pretty darn healthy. Let me read what you said on there. Several months of biking 5 days a week, feeling better, but long ways to go, slowly losing weight, getting back a bit more energy, been taking turmeric capsules. Okay, Roy, that is fantastic. So, Roy, what I'm gonna do for you as a Christmas present, and because you helped me a long time ago and I haven't forgot about that, I'm going to send you some stuff because I want your workout to be better and more effective. And I want you to continue to work out and feel no discomfort. When that happens, you can ride more, start kicking it up, right up the hill. You can start building more muscle, and then your body will be able to handle your needs, right? Because hypothetically, let's say, I weigh 116 pounds. Most people don't weigh that. If you weigh about 160 to the 200, your kneecap is taking about 4 times the amount of that weight, and that's why we have discomfort. So Roy, I'm gonna help you. Remind me, I probably still have your address, but I'm going to send you some things, and you can be my little case study all the way out there in Yuma, Arizona, and you can ride your bike and you can tell me how you feel a difference. Because this is what's happening. We don't want stimulants. We don't want caffeine. Caffeine kills our adrenal glands. It actually causes things called Addison's disease if you do too much caffeine daily, repetitively, long time. And I know because I had that. And I kept crashing. And on top of the caffeine crash and how it affects your adrenals, there's mold on the beans. I'm done. So now I'm back here. I don't know if you guys can see back there. Can you guys see that? So back in that case is what I do, what my clients do, and what Michi's my dog does it too. Because do you guys know that there's just a lot of weird stuff going on out there in the planet, you know? Lots of weird stuff. Animals having cancer, 8-year-olds having cancer, millenniums having ADHD, post-traumatic stress disorder. Way too much stuff happening in the world, because if we go back 20, 30 years, we didn't have all of this stuff, right? Pesticides, pills galore, Adderall, Oxycontin, hydrocortisone, inflammation pain pills, blah, pills everywhere. If we could find a way to repair our internal GI, right, down there, and start in the guts, things will be easier in the long term for all of you. You can get back to working out, you can repair your quality of life, and this stuff will magically start coming out stronger because you're starting internal. Roy, what does that say? I can text you my address if you need. I've avoided caffeine for many years. So that's great. And I'm not going to tell anybody to go out and stop doing anything. I'm going to say this. If you can do one thing, one change today, and do that change today, it's going to help you in the future to make better changes so you can wake up every day and not feel crappy. So many people I talk to don't even feel good after they eat the food they just ate. I'm like, this is ludicrous. It's craziness. Let's all make it a commitment to do one thing on Thanksgiving that we can do to change our quality of life, increase our core temperature, because we're going to start working out. We want to lower inflammation, right? We want to lower infection, and we want to have the seesaw tipped. We want to actually reduce the aging process. And I'm going to say this because I had kidney cancer. Cancer is inflammation, infection, low oxygen, low cellular activity, and massive aging. Had I known about this before, I may have not had to have my kidney removed. That's what I'm trying to tell you guys. And there's a lot of things that I can't say because the FDA doesn't want me to, so I don't say it, and I'm not a doctor. But I've done this for 33 years, and I've used everything that I talk about from head to toe, including down to my feet and my bath salts that we talk about in another video. What does that say? You stopped caffeine. My hair looks good. Woo! Thanks. So, of course, this isn't all real, right? We got some extensions here, but I don't think, I've never had hair like this. So if you guys see right here, right? Do you guys see this? I have never had hair here. Never. My hair was gone. Gone. Bald. See through the scalp. This stuff right here, this is all coming back. This is all brand new hair. So all of this is new hair. And it's after I just had my surgery in December of last year. I had my tatas moved, took my breast implants out, because you know what? Those puppies were 37 heavy metals being shot into me all day long. So removed the boobs, had my kidney removed, my knees reconstructed. I've had my eye and my ear redone, some issues with teeth. I'm telling you guys, you can do it. It all starts inside the gut. This and these two puppies will really help your insides. And then, of course, this puppy, is fantastic on the outside. What does that say? Your heart rate, you stop caffeine to lower your heart rate and calms yourself. It works. So I want to thank everybody, and I especially am thanking you, Roy, for all your comments. I appreciate that. I wish more people would comment and ask questions, because that's what it's all about. Wish you could fix my male polar brows, not that it matters image, haha. Actually, I could fix that. Sorry, I could fix that, Roy, with my... We're going to take a walk back there, because, Roy, you want to know how I can fix that? Hold on a second. So I can fix that, too.